Hey, everybody. I bet y'all looking at me going, who the hell is that? Yeah, I decided to shave it off today. I got tired of scratching it and itching like a son of a bitch. So I decided to shave it off and just grow it back and see what happens. But I hope everybody's doing all right. How many of y'all remember the damn 70s anyway? I remember a lot about the 70s. Good God. From 1975, I would guess, to 1982 was probably my heyday years when I used to do all kind of crazy stuff. And remember now, if something's going on wrong with this thing, let me know, because I can do stupid stuff. Y'all know that. But I got 3 little videos here that take a look at the old fads of the 70s, and I thought maybe y'all would enjoy it. So we're gonna get into that. But what I need to know is who remembers the 70s? I love the 70s, man. 70s was my decade. But I was glad that we didn't have Facebook back then, or I'd be a royal mess. But just take another look. But this was me in 1977 when I first started at Western Harnett High School, which was where I learned how to drink, how to smoke pot, what women were all about. And probably that's about, I think it's the same year I lost my virginity, if anybody really wants to know. But yeah, 1977. Same year as my van out there. So that's pretty good. That was me. That's probably around 1977, 76. That'd be 77. Yeah, boy. And I was a damn hippie. I was a wild child. I did all kind of crazy shit in the 70s. I'm much better now. That's me. We left Boone Trail School to go to Western Harnett. I still had the damn t-shirt. There ain't my hippie days. But yeah, I miss the 70s. 70s had all kind of cool shit. But nowadays, I don't know, from 1982 on up to now, I ain't had no damn fun. I mean, shit. Everything got crazy, especially when you get these damn computers now. These damn computers is what ruined it for everybody, in my opinion. But I need it. I need a damn computer. I wouldn't have this little show here. Let's see who's talking to me. Hey, Bob, what's up, bro? You know me. Me. You up? Is that something unusual or what? Alan, awesome. Caught you live this week. I remember the crazy years as well. I'm glad somebody did. Oh wow. 70s. Who didn't do wild stuff then? Yeah, because you were free as a bird back in the 70s, man. I mean, you could do all kind of stuff. The cops didn't really screw with you. You didn't have, we had the political problems, with Jimmy Carter and shit in the White House. The economy went to hell. But hell, we didn't know it. We didn't care. Didn't give a rat's butt, I mean, we were all out to have fun. That was it. Hey, Patty. You graduated from Upland High in 76. Oh, hell. I bet you were a wild child. I bet. But that's cool. But like I said, hell, 70s were my decade. Hell, I bought my first car in 78, which was, everybody knows it, but it's the 71 Javelin. And I drive that thing around town, and people wouldn't even know what the hell it was. They go, "What kind of car is that?" I said, "Man, it's an AMC Javelin." What? Is that a Camaro? No, it's not a Camaro. I mean, it was an all right car. I told the story about my daddy not letting me get the motor I wanted, but hey, stuff happens. Let me get back over here. But like I said, we're gonna take a look at some of some of the crazy stuff in the 70s that were pretty crazy actually. But I like like the old radios, rate tracks, that kind of stuff. But let me see what else. Who else is up here talking to me? Yes, we were. Things were way different then. You damn right, man. I hate nowadays, man. I wished I would have been born a little sooner, like maybe in the 50s. That way I could appreciate really the whole 70s. I'd like to send these to Garland Hills. Send these to Garland Hills. If I'm older than you, or not, hopefully, I'll get it done before I die. Okay. I don't know what he's talking about. We grew up in the best era ever. You damn right. Oh, hell. Hey, sis. We are watching you live on the big TV. Oh, hell. Big old, what do you got? What is that, a 65 inch or something like that? Damn, I'm scared the hell out of y'all. Not me. Yeah, right, Patty. Tell me another one. Tell me another one. Nice job. Yeah. It was okay. I mean, it didn't run worth a shit, but I already had it planned out. I was going to change the motor and everything, but my father put it into that crap. Hey, Ken. Hey, everyone. Ken says, hey to everyone. And Robert says, hey to you, Ken. I'm going to get drinks later or what? Girls soccer game. Damn right. Girls volleyball, too. Yeah, boy. Mm-hmm. Yep, we had fun back in those days. But who remembers the 20-inch bicycles? Man, back when I was in the 70s, the 20-inch bicycle was the shit. And you could get some nice stuff. I remember a friend of mine, he had a 3-speed, it was a 20-inch, had like a 20-inch tire in the back, 16-inch wheel in the front. That thing was bad as hell. And I wanted one so bad. I forget now what they called them, Springers or something like that. But he had one. God, I love that bike. But let's take a look at this stuff here. I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, these videos were made by Megaloom, and I hope you don't mind me using them because I couldn't get up with them. But what's this say? Hope you stand for freedom pretty soon, USA. You damn straight. Somebody needs to. Where are you at, Leo? I know you can't be from here. But you damn right. We need to start talking about that. But like I said, this ain't a political show. Hey, sis, hope you stand up. Well, that's not you. Where'd you go? There you are. I see. You look huge. I reckon so. It sounds great. Okay, cool beans. Yeah, and that damn big ass TV y'all got. Yeah, I bet I do. It's been a pretty shitty week. Can we get an attitude check? Fuck you. And people going, well, what did you say that to him for? You never understand it. But yeah, fuck you, Ken. Swing crate spikes. Yeah. Yeah. I had one orange crate. Oh, you did. Man, those are nice bikes, man. I love them things. Swing crates. Stingrays. Yes, you're right. You're right. Oh, hell, man. Y'all getting on me here. Oh, you London. Hey, buddy. Hey, bud. Okay. London rather. Man, yeah, you're right, brother. We need to get our shit together. You're welcome, kid. Not everybody would tell you that. And Ronnie, you didn't say nothing. All right, let's get into this thing. Fuck you. Fuck you all. That's how we greet each other around these band things. Okay, let's get into this thing. And I think y'all are going to enjoy this because this is pretty wicked. You might get a little slow there in the beginning. There's stupid ass commercials in the middle of it. Ain't nothing I can do about it. But let's take a look at it. Come on.
Were a fun and an occasionally bizarre time. Here we have a list of top 10 fads from that era. If you weren't born then, these might seem odd and hilarious. If you did live through the 1970s, these might bring back some amusing memories.
Remember that smiley faces?
Clackers were marketed as toys and were quite popular in the 1970s. They consisted of two plastic spheres suspended on a string.
I didn't like the
spun
idea of my
up and
balls
down,
banging
made
together.
contact with each other, thus making a clacking sound. Clackers were similar to a throwing weapon called bolas, used by South American gaucho cowboys. Sadly, the clacker fad died out rather quickly as a result of lawsuits and laws banning them. Why? The hard acrylic plastic balls would occasionally shatter upon striking each other, thereby causing shrapnel-type injuries to the users and surrounding bystanders. Macrame plant hangers. The term macrame is used to describe a form of textile produced by
Who remember
applying
these things hanging in
various
vans?
forms of materials, such as
I mean, back in the
hemp or
70s,
jute.
it seemed like every
These are
van I
drawing
ever saw at
techniques.
least had one of these
It
hanging
can
up
be
in
used
it.
to make wall hanging art, bracelets, clothes, window coverings,
Especially with a big
virtually
round
anything,
glass table in
limited
the
only
middle
by
of
the
it,
constraints of one's imagination.
which looked pretty cool back in the day.
During the 1970s, though, macrame became the go-to method for creating plant hangers. These things seemed to be everywhere, and in the most hideous colors the 1970s could offer. Of course, there were other uses for macrame during that time, such as these gems. By the end of the 1970s, the fad had run its course, and one could find all the macrame plant hangers they could ever want at garage sales in the 1980s. But as with any fad, one never knows when it could rush back into fashion, invading our homes to once again cradle spider plants in sunny corners.
No!
Streaking. Most people probably know what streaking is, but the mystery might be, why would anybody want
All right,
to run
Patty, let's hear it. Did you do it?
Place?
I knew you
Well,
had to
plenty of
streak at
people
least
in the
once.
1970s took leave of their senses and did just that. In fact, some people even busted out their birthday suits at nationally televised events during that era, such as the World Series,
Ken and
the
Jason don't
Academy
like you, I don't
Awards,
think.
and the Montreal Olympics in 1976. There was even a novelty song about the fad called, you guessed it, The Streak, by Ray Stevens, that achieved the #1 position on the Billboard Hot 100 chart in May 1974. There are still some streaking incidences occurring these days, but not nearly as many as in the 1970s.
Well, it's pretty cool.
Suits.
I've seen TVs hanging up with them and everything, man.
What the heck was a leisure suit? Well,
yeah, well, I kind of figured that for you too.
Combination, usually consisting of
I think I had one hanging up in my old Ford van home time that my ex-wife made
was created in
had or
1970
something.
by designer Jerry
I
Rosenberg
don't remember.
for Lee jeans to market as business attire, of all things. What it became remembered for, though, was loud, tacky, garish, hideously colored clothing associated with the cocaine-fueled disco scene, slimy used car salesmen, and cheating spouses. For a few years, though, leisure suits were the bomb, often paired with gold medallions, sideburns, and a complete lack of
Oh, come on, Patty. I know you had to.
By the end of the decade, though,
but yeah, I remember when that song came out.
From fad to joke, ultimately replaced by the power suits of the money-hungry 1980s. The leisure suit faded into the annals of bad fashion history, a non-biodegradable reminder of a swinging decade. The pet rock. Ah, the lovable and inanimate.
Who the hell remembers this damn thing?
For those who don't know what this was, back in the 1970s, the pet rock was a collectible novelty product created by advertising executive Gary Dahl in 1975. He was joking around with friends one night in 1975 about what would make a perfect pet and came up with the idea that a rock would make a perfect pet. Gary got to work on the idea and wrote the Pet Rock Training Manual and marketed his idea at a trade show. From there, the media picked up the story, and after a few appearances on top TV shows, Gary began marketing the pet rock and sold millions of them within a few months at $4 a piece. Gary then became a millionaire in a very short amount of time. It just goes to show you, with the right idea and some marketing mojo, mostly anything can be sold. Yes.
Yeah, it should have been. Them some nasty suits.
CB Radio.
Still see them suits on Soul Train.
Breaker.
Hell, Soul Train still on?
Got a copy?
I got a copy, driver. Come on.
You know what that was? It was the start of many conversations on a two-way
Cool.
radio that was immensely popular in the 1970s before the
All right,
internet
who's?
and
Let's hear the
smartphones.
CB handles out there, people.
Motorists, and especially commercial truckers.
I know you
in the
got to
United
have some CB
States
handles. My
used
first one
CB
was
radios to
Gemini
converse with
Man.
fellow motorists to discuss the whereabouts of service stations with cheap and plentiful fuel, the location of police speed traps, or just to converse in general. Many films from the 1970s show characters using CB radios, such as Smokey and the Bandit, Breaker Breaker, and Convoy. Although still in use today, the CB radio fad died out in the late 70s, mostly due to overcrowded frequencies and the emergence of better communication methods. We still have the movies and songs that take us back to that special time, though. The Hustle Dance. The Hustle is a line dance and became an international dance craze in 1975, following Van McCoy's appropriately named song, The Hustle. It has some features in common with mambo, salsa, and swing dance. The dance became hugely popular in discos throughout the United States and was featured in the movie Saturday Night Fever.
That's a good one,
In the
Patty. That's a good one. I like
it seemed
that.
people
Patty
were
wagon.
doing the hustle everywhere. Although its huge popularity faded quickly as the hype that was created by the movie died down, the hustle did
Every
not
lonely
kill
lady
itself,
was my name.
has continued and takes
It
on
was?
many forms, such as the Latin hustle
Yeah.
and the LA hustle.
I thought it was something else.
It was the perfect dance to show off your platform shoes, permed afro hair, and tacky polyester.
Bob Heartbreaker. Yeah, okay.
Paper fortune teller.
Cool.
This one is a bit of an oddity, but was immensely popular with school kids.
You got the
in
ball
1970s.
bearings.
It was the paper fortune teller. It was a sort of do-it-yourself
Okay.
magic 8-ball
Yeah.
device that you could make out of paper using an origami folding method. One would write possible answers to a question on the inside of the flaps, and then ask another person a question, for which the written answers might apply. The fortune teller would manipulate the flaps, and an answer to the question
I
would
hated
appear,
those damn things.
thereby telling the fortune. It was pretty cool, and seemed to be all the rage in schools in the 1970s. It died out, though, as most fads do, and lives on these days mostly in the memories of middle-aged people. 8-track cassettes.
Now you're talking.
8-track cassettes were mass-market music and
Bud,
audio
my
storage
8-track.
that caught on like wildfire back in the 1970s.
Highway Star. Oh, that's a
Format
good
was
one.
popular because it was compact
Westbound and down.
and meant you could play pre-recorded music in a vehicle. There were some drawbacks, though. The fidelity was limited, and there would be an annoying switch to a different track when the song was playing,
And I wish,
resulting in an interruption in the
when I
middle
went to
of the
these
song.
flea markets and stuff and saw these
Nonetheless,
sitting there, I wished I'd
8-track
have
players
bought
were
every one of them.
ubiquitous in the 1970s.
I could have been making me some money right now because
Eventually people are replaced
looking
by
for
another
these.
smaller tape format with slightly better fidelity and convenience, the cassette tape. Zany local TV commercials. Once upon a time, in the 1970s, some advertising people in local markets took massive amounts of drugs and were put in charge of creating local market TV commercials for appliance stores, music stores, and car dealerships, among others. The result was a wave of bizarre, hilarious, weird, and sometimes frightening local TV commercials. Usually these featured a self-proclaimed crazy character pitchman whose prices were so low he must be insane. Other times we got something like this.
We're here to ask Chevy owners if deals really do make the difference at Buff Whalen Chevrolet. Excuse me, madam, but I see you bought your car at Buff
Is this a TV commercial?
I know it sounds crazy, lady.
Crazy lady? Crazy lady pantyhose? I just bought some. I can't believe it. Let me tell you, I
No,
want them.
this is
I
about
wear them, I
cars.
use them, I love them, and there are no tummy bulges, lady. You absolutely love them. Make sure you get them.
Buff Whalen Chevrolet, where deals do make the difference. Van Dyke near 18 Mile Road in Sterling Heights.
These may be mostly gone, but we still have Flo telling us what car insurance to buy. These weren't all the fads from the 1970s, but a nice sampling of things that are in the rearview mirror of the past. Check back with this channel in 50 years, and we might be doing a summary of fads from the 2010s.
Some of those are pretty damn crazy, I tell you. Let me get the next one set up here. They get better. Actually, they get better. Freeze. All right. Now we're ready. But let's see who we got here. Okay. I love my 8-track Sony. Yeah, damn right. I miss the old 8-tracks, man. You know what really ticks me off, though, these damn little kids with their MP4s or MP3s or whatever the hell they are. I can get 1,000 songs on this. Yeah, but you don't own none of them. I mean, they'll take them. They'll take them when they want to. You know, at least when we lost our music, hell, it's usually because the tape broke. Had a full custom 77 Dodge van driven across country. Oh, hell, cool. I love my 77. I'll tell you that right now. Good, cool memories. Damn right they are. Oh, my God. Remember Cal Worthington and his dog Spot. Oh, okay. That's probably some of y'all local stuff, ain't it? Okay. Patty's done it all. But hell, let's get into this other one here, because, man, they get better as they go. They really do. Because some of these bring back memories, man. God. Let's rock.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to part 2 of our look back at fads from the 1970s. So let's take another fun, slow, far-out ride back to the 1970s and revisit some more of the fads we might have forgotten, or may not even have known existed. Black light wall posters. This fad is a combination of two things. Wall posters printed or painted with fluorescent ink or paint, and the black light needed for the fluorescing effect to appear.
My friend Hank, he had his room covered
these posters
in these
contain phosphors, which cause them to glow when exposed to ultraviolet light emitted from the black lights. For anyone looking to zone out for a few hours to the hazy glow of the black light poster, all they needed to do was throw on their favorite 70s vinyl onto the turntable and stare into the depths of a fuzzy poster decked out with colors from all over the day glow spectrum. With their surreal visuals and the ability to glow when exposed to ultraviolet light, the posters could provide an almost 3D effect in a darkened environment and paired well with the music of the day in 1970s room decor. Some people said that the effect made them feel a sense of altered consciousness, while others said that those people were just too high. As the 70s turned into the 80s,
all right, who had these?
The poster fad fell out of fashion and faded into the haze of the past. Fondue, not to be confused with Mountain Dew. This was a different kind of dew. Fondue pots seemed to be in everybody's house in the 1970s.
What in mine?
The popularity of this cheesy 1970s fad was driven by a marketing campaign that started in the 1960s. It was promoted by an association of Swiss cheesemakers, which aimed to convince the world to consume pots full of melted cheese. The ads featured attractive Swiss-appearing models in ski sweaters socializing over pots of cheese. The ad campaign, along with the wide availability of fondue pots at S&H Green Stamp redemption centers, helped the fondue fad to spread far and wide. The fondue pots came in popular 1970s colors of the day, like avocado or lime green, harvest gold, and copper tone brown to go with your sweater-clad friends gathered around to dip bread into melted cheese and watch your new color TV together. Of course, fondue is still around today, and one of the most popular fondue restaurant chains is the Melting Pot. Earth shoes. Footwear in the 1970s followed the evolution, and some say revolution, of the trends and tastes of the counterculture movement. And I remember another way one could express their individuality in wardrobe choices. The Earth shoe was the creation of a Danish yoga instructor and shoe designer named Anna Kalso. They embody a negative heel technology design feature where the sole was thinner at the heel than at the front of the foot. The design was an attempt at replicating walking in sand, as the designer drew inspiration for the Earth shoe from the excellent posture of indigenous Brazilians and the impressions left by their bare footprints as they walked through beach sand. Many people reported that they didn't like the fact that the front of the sole of the shoe was higher than the rear, and that the design feature made their feet hurt. Retail sales of the brand in the US were discontinued by the late 1970s, as the company couldn't keep up with demand. However, like all classics that refused to die, Earth shoes made a comeback in the early 2000s and are again being manufactured and sold, so you can rock this groovy 70s footwear once more, should you ever decide to ditch the Crocs. The Dorothy Hamill hairstyle. A quintessential hairstyle trend from the mid-1970s was the Dorothy.
I never got one of
type
these.
Hairstyle that became ubiquitous with women and girls who wanted the short and sassy look. The look also seemed to pair well with oversized frame glasses. The fad got its push when Dorothy Hamill competed in figure skating and won a gold medal at the 1976 Winter Olympics representing the United States. The hairstyle, or Hamill wedge as it became known, was created for Dorothy by stylist Yasuki Suga, who fashioned Hamill's naturally thick straight hair into a wedge cut. He made use of the bounce in her hair to cut it into a style that
give him a
would
chance,
move and
man.
flow with her as she skated. The wedge design
I don't blame
created
you.
a
I thought
flattering
about it.
silhouette for Hamill as she skated her routines. The style eventually played itself out to be replaced by the big hairstyles of the 1980s. Puka shell necklaces. You can see puka shell necklaces being worn by some characters on 1970s era TV reruns, like the Partridge Family. Teen idol David Cassidy's
And like every
Hawaiian-inspired puka
asshole
shell
that was in
necklace he
school
wore in
had
the
these damn
series
things on.
helped launch it into the photosphere.
There's usually just the assholes that
The
have them.
necklace was a short-length choker style strung with the shells of a cone snail found along beaches of Pacific Ocean islands. The puka shell necklace was originally popularized within the West Coast surf community, but when it appeared in photos of David Cassidy and on the Partridge Family, a nation became smitten with the little shells worn around the neck. Bell-bottom pants. Bell-bottoms were pants typically made of denim material and worn by both men
I love
and
my
women,
bell bottoms. I love
though
my
not
flare
at the same
bottoms.
time. That's just crazy. These were a
miss
go-to
those.
garment in any disco fanatics or
All right,
rock
who
music
had
fan's
these?
wardrobe.
Come on. Don't lie to
Bell-bottoms were
me.
low cut at the waist and flared at the bottom. The
I
wider
know
the
you did,
better.
Daddy. You had to have them.
The fashion trend started in the 1960s and became a popular fashion fad when celebrities and entertainers adopted the look, like Sonny and Cher on their variety TV show. Bell-bottoms became a symbol of the fashion style of the decade.
You know she don't.
Ask anybody what people wore in the 70s, and bell-bottoms would probably be a top-of-mind reply. Toward the end of the decade, the emerging punk rock and new wave fashion trends booted out bell-bottoms in favor of a slimmer pant style.
Devo, please.
The Farrah Fawcett
yes.
pinup poster. Farrah
yes.
Fawcett, a 1970s era superstar.
I had
whose image
one- I had
appeared
both of
the
them on my
seminal
wall.
poster that holds the record as best-selling poster in history at over 12 million copies sold.
Every time I walk by,
This
I'd pat the
pinup poster
nipples.
became a defining feature of the 70s and showcased
I was
Fawcett's
15 years
wholesome
old.
beauty while
14.
decorating
Don't run
millions
in
of
there.
bedroom and dorm walls across the United States and across the globe. In 2011,
Thomas,
Farrah's red
bell bottoms. I
swimsuit and
wore
a
for
copy
years.
of the
I did
poster
too.
were donated to the Smithsonian's National
My sister, she
Museum
had
of
major
American
bell
History
bottoms, man. Them
to join
things
its
was wild.
collection of culturally significant objects. At the
Hell
time
yeah,
the poster
Levi's
was
on.
issued,
There you go,
it
baby.
caught on like wildfire, and this was before the TV show Charlie's Angels had premiered. Prior to that, Farrah had been in shampoo ads mostly. The appeal is evident. The image on the poster depicted a wholesome, fresh-faced girl-next-door beauty with some low-key subtle nudity thrown in. As a teenager back then, you could bring this into the house and put it up in your room, as long as mom didn't look too closely. Waterbeds. Quick, how do you make your waterbed bouncier? Why, you just add spring water, of course. An old joke for a fad that began in the early 1970s and stuck around until the mid to late 1980s. The modern version of the waterbed was
Everybody
invented
had
by
that
Charles
poster.
Hall in California and patented in 1971. It became a popular consumer item during the 1970s and was designed to reduce physical stress and
I
offer
hated the
therapeutic
waterbed.
benefits to the user. It was
God.
intended as a serious
I couldn't
product.
sleep on them.
However, the media and advertising folks soon began promoting the waterbed by associating it with the sexual revolution of the 1970s. Even Playboy's Hugh Hefner began to advocate the waterbed and boldly proclaimed that he had one covered in opossum fur. One hopes he was referring to his waterbed. The
Opossum.
downsides to the waterbed were that they were
Who the hell
heavy,
says opossum?
difficult to move, and often sprung leaks, with many landlords and dormitories banning the beds. They may be mostly gone, but what a great way to bring the motion of the ocean right to your bedroom. Lava lamps. Let me set the scene for you.
Oh, hell, who didn't have one of
You
these?
walk into your
Well, I didn't
groovy
have
pad
one.
in the
But about every house I
1970s.
went to had
The
one.
decor awaiting you there consists of a
Especially
beanbag
most of my
chair,
dope friends.
a hand chair, the macrame owl wall art, a poster by R. Crumb, and the ever-cool lava lamp. It was called a lava lamp because the media within sort of looked like lava as it flowed around inside the glass container. The lava lamp, or motion lamp, was trippy and hypnotic and just oozed 1970s cool. More than 2 million lava lamps were sold as decorative and meditative objects. But as with all fads, sales of the lava lamps plummeted in the mid-1970s due to protests and legislation banning their sale because of all the lava being stolen from volcanoes to keep up with production.
Idiots.
That never happened. But the aesthetic appeal of lava lamps lives on to this day as a groovy reminder of a classic relic from the 1970s. Mood rings. And now, the 1970s fad that was a huge hit back then.
Heated in the winter, cool in summer. Yeah, it's one good feature.
The mood ring was one of the most popular jewelry fads of the 1970s.
Everybody had beanbag chair.
And were worn by mostly teenagers who wanted to broadcast their mood to others around them. The ring could transition between different colors, supposedly, according to the mood of the wearer, whether it be angry, sad, joyous,
didn't work well for
calm,
them,
among others. The ring itself used a glass shell filled with liquid thermotropic crystals that changed color depending on the temperature of the skin of the finger it was worn on. Although the concept was cool, the ring didn't really do what it was supposed to do. Eventually, most wearers realized that it wasn't really their body temperature or mood that was helping the stone to change color. It was more likely the exterior temperature of the ring itself when exposed to outside elements. The mood ring craze soon died out, and because of their absence, there were probably millions of people who weren't sure how they felt about that. But it was a fun fad and a cool way to show you were down with the groovy vibe of the 1970s. The 70s were a fun and cool time. When Lucky Charms cereal only had 4 marshmallow shapes, Morgan Freeman was the easy reader on the electric company, and millions of people dreamed of being a pinball wizard. There are still lots more fads from the 1970s that we didn't list in this video. But watch this channel for an upcoming part 3 of even more forgotten 1970s fads. I hope you liked the video, and thank you for watching. Please subscribe.
All right. All right. Hell, let me set up for 3 here. Then we're really going to get into some stuff. But who remembers all that stuff? Hell, I remember it. Good God. I remember it terribly. Oh, man. What have I got going here? All right. But yeah, who had a mood ring? I think my sister had a mood ring. I think it was always black, too. Huh, darling? Oh, my gosh. Uh-oh. I remember and more. Yeah. Yeah, it don't cover everything. But, man, 70s were great, in my opinion. I mean, hell, you could do anything, you know. Gas was fairly cheap, you know, regardless. But, I mean, hell, I used to fill my tank up. I did, and yes, it was. All right, sis. I wonder why it's always black. Oh, my God. But, yeah, we got one more of these, and then we're going to take a look at Oop and Joe at the in GSVR, which is pretty cool, man. They cool. He does some damn good videos. But anyway, here we go with part 3. And away we go.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our 3rd video in this series about fads from the 1970s, a time when computers were rare, internet didn't exist, and no one ever thought of a
Patty,
phone
me
as
and
being
you both,
smart.
baby. Me and you both.
It was an analog world for most of us, when young people filled their free time with hanging out and had to be home when the streetlights came on. If you like this video and want to see more new content in the future, click on subscribe and turn on notifications so that you get a message when a new video is released. So let's spend a few feel-good minutes taking a primo look back at 10 more fads from the 1970s. Platform shoes. Kicking off our first fad is the beloved platform shoe, or sole. These weren't invented in the 1970s. In fact, they've been around in some form or another for centuries. The 1970s just happened to be a time when they strutted their stuff and boogied down as a fashion fad that seemed to pair well with bell-bottoms, rock bands, and disco. The fad was popular with women and men and appeared on shoes, sandals, boots, and even sneakers. Platform shoes were initially available featuring a high, chunky-looking block heel style. But as the decade progressed, the style evolved into thick soles combined with thinner high heels, and even stiletto heels. The more outrageous shoes were one-off custom designs commissioned by rock stars and celebrities, and were just the thing to get your stage costume or Bob Mackie dress noticed and talked about. Although not as widespread a fad these days as it was in the 1970s, you can still buy footwear with platform-type shoes even today. Custom vans.
Here we go, ladies and
Custom vans
gentlemen.
were everywhere in the 1970s.
Here we go.
These were a party pad that you could use as a mobile base for all the fun 1970s things that one could indulge in. The customization of these vehicles was a natural extension of hot rod culture that started decades earlier. The idea was to take a cargo van, trick out the interior with a bed, refrigerator, and maybe a table, and tie it all together with the best, tasteful 1970s interior decorating trends and become instantly popular with your party friends. The exteriors of the vans oftentimes had body modifications, aftermarket wheels and tires, and were usually painted with custom murals and graphics. There was even a low-budget teen comedy film released mostly to drive-in theaters in 1977 that capitalized on the pulp culture fad titled The Van.
Dumbest fucking movie, but it's got nice
a then
vans.
unknown Danny DeVito makes an appearance in the movie. The fad lasted for most of the 1970s, but seemed to die out toward the end of the decade. The custom van concept evolved in later decades into the multi-passenger extended roof incarnation that could transport passengers in style and comfort. Posters and graphic art. Every decade and era has a look or an aesthetic that is associated with it, and the 1970s brought its A-game in this department. One of these was the smiley face ideogram that appeared on all sorts of products like posters, keychains, and stickers. The smiley face began appearing in the 1960s with an early version applied as a shirt graphic and given away as contest prizes by the WMCA radio station in New York City. Other companies created their own versions of the design, with it finally being legally trademarked in the early 1970s and licensed to appear on merchandise around the globe, which it did. The 1970s also had its iconic graphic art posters that are familiar touchstones for that decade. Mostly everyone recalls seeing or owning a Keep On
Damn, Pat, you should have stayed out of those
that
places.
was created by artist R. Crumb. Another popular artist's work that has that 1970s association was that of Peter Max. He became well known in the later 1960s and early 1970s and specialized in vibrant colors containing much or all of the visible spectrum in his work. His artwork is instantly recognizable as pop culture artifacts from the 1970s. Male perms. The men's permed hair craze in the 1970s seemed to spread across the land like disappointment at a Flint Tropics basketball game. It started showing up on musicians and actors in TV shows and movies, and soon salons were perming men's hair everywhere. If you see a photo of a man with a perm, you just know it's from the 1970s. What could have possibly inspired that fad? Maybe it was the late 1960s Broadway musical Hair, or maybe, later in the 70s, it was Mike Brady, or Al Pacino, or Willie Ames, or David Bowie, or George Harrison. Amusingly, there's a fan website dedicated to George Harrison's permed hair, whose motto is, "Permalicious, so delicious." Perhaps it was the combination of them all creating collective perm exposure incrementally over time that reached critical mass of supernova fadness that seemed to all but disappear by the time the 1980s rolled around. Shag carpeting. One of the top decorating fads that people young and old can identify with the 1970s is shag carpet. It was that funky floor covering,
shag carpet changed my life,
in those eye-searing 70s colors that went so well with the furniture, appliances, and design trends of the time. The shag theme also spilled over into other 1970s products and trends, like lavatory accessories, the shag hairstyle, and the shag dance. The carpet style has made a comeback in recent years, and can still be purchased in rug and carpet versions and make these guys very happy. Magic 8-Ball. This always cool and fun toy is still around today.
Yeah, who remembers
but in the
this
1970s is when it really took off and helped many people make important life decisions with its always accurate and never random answers to important questions that were posed to it.
When I first got married.
The original idea was developed in the 1940s and didn't resemble the 8-ball design we are all familiar with today. Back then it was called the Psycho Slate and was only a liquid-filled cylindrical tube with clear windows on each end, with worded dice inside that would float to the top of the tube when it was turned over. The design was refined and evolved over the years until it was incorporated into the 8-ball we know today, after the Brunswick Billiard Company used it as a popular promotional item giveaway in the 1950s, possibly influenced by a scene from a Three Stooges film from 1940. After the Brunswick promotional contract ended, the 8-ball design was marketed as a paperweight, where it became widely popular with children, and eventually was marketed as a toy. In 1971, the company that produced the Magic 8-Ball was sold to Ideal Toys, who improved the design, ramped up production, sold it worldwide, and made it a common sight in stores everywhere. The Spirit of 76 celebration. Some celebrations last a few hours, maybe a day or a weekend. In the mid-1970s, there was a patriotic celebration era that lasted from around the end
I had
of
my room
1974
painted red, white, and blue.
all the way to July 4th,
Mama
1976. These were the celebration events and commemorative products released to pay tribute to the founding of the United States and the 200th anniversary of the adoption of the Declaration of Independence. The Spirit of 76 fad, as it was known, was full throttle evident everywhere in the US, and it seemed every company released some special edition version of whatever products they produce to help us all celebrate. The 18-month-long Hype Fest culminated with a huge celebration in Washington, D.C., and at the Statue of Liberty on the July 4th Sunday in 1976. This day also signaled the end of the bicentennial fad to give everyone a 100-year pause until the next one comes around. Wacky packages. Wacky packages, also known as wacky packs, were packages of trading cards and stickers marketed to children in the late 1960s and 1970s. They featured comical, artistic, illustrated parodies of well-known consumer-branded products. The packages included 2 cards, a checklist card, and a stick of rock-hard bubblegum, only to be chewed.
Who remembers the ones with the cars on them? They were kind of like the
designs
Ed Roth
extremely popular
drawings.
and outsold baseball cards in
I had those. I used to
1973
collect
and
those.
1974,
I had about
elevating
an
wacky
8-inch
packs to
stack
full-on
of those.
fad status.
I collected.
These were very entertaining to read
Everybody
and
remember
collect,
those?
and resembled the irreverent tone of Mad Magazine, with some of the same artists providing the artwork for the Wacky Pack parodies. However, some of the companies whose products were the subject of the parody cards were not amused and sent cease and desist letters to Topps Inc., the producer of the cards. This resulted in many of the cards being pulled from production and turning them into sought-after collector's items. Lawn darts. These backyard recreation products were a fun way to entertain yourself.
This is how
and a
you
group
kill
of
family
friends in the
members that you don't like.
1970s. The concept was simple. With skill, sobriety, and accuracy, one would toss the weighted dart into the air and attempt to pierce the soil within a plastic ring located on the ground, off in the distance somewhere, and keep score of the results. You would win if you got the most points and least injuries. Although fun, they weren't the safest products ever sold to the public. As early as 1970, the FDA began requiring all lawn dart packaging to include warnings that the product was not to be used by children and were not to be marketed as toys due to the injury potential. Lawn darts with pointed tips are now outlawed in both the US and Canada, but you can still get a similar design with weighted plastic tips. Roller skating. What more 1970s could this fad be? Images and footage of sun-kissed, tube sock-wearing roller skaters showing off their moves on the Venice Beach Promenade
Hey, you remember the skating
or in
rink,
roller discos across the country are instantly recognizable as on-brand for the 1970s era. There were movies, TV shows, and music released around the latter part of the 70s that capitalized on the roller disco craze. Roller skating will always be with us, but for a few funky moments in the 1970s, pop culture gave us this totally cool and copacetic fad that took the country by storm. Well, that's all for this look at more fads.
Yeah, that's where I had my
1970s. When a peanut farmer was president,
tooth broke out.
Blue light specials
where
were
I tried to bite the wall.
And a guy named Chico let us know when things in his world were looking good. If you were there, you might remember these fondly and even indulged in some yourself. If you weren't there, this was a glimpse into all the fun, silly, weird, and cool things that folks in the 1970s were into and made a part of their lives for a short while. There are still lots more fads, trends, and cool things from the 70s that we haven't gotten to yet. But watch this channel for an upcoming part 4 of even more fads from the 1970s.
My thing here. Yeah, I got it that time. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. You broke your ass. Yeah, I remember when Johnny ran into Mama that time, about killed her. Yeah. Oh man. I remember the skating rink. Good God. And I used to have a little skating partner, old Connie. I miss skating with her. She was a great skater. She could skate backwards. I couldn't skate backwards to save my ass. But anyway, let me get this other thing queued up, and if I can find it. Damn, where'd it go? Where did it go? I'm gonna go back over here to my watch later. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, but yeah, we had Oop and Joe show up at a GSVR truck in. He did some video there, and it's pretty cool. So let me get it queued up. And he did some cool filming. Matter of fact, I'm in there somewhere. I'll see if y'all can find me. How about that? All right. Let's check this out. And got 2 of these, and then we'll probably call it a night. Okay? All right. Check it out.
All right, well, here we are. Lightning's all cleaned up, and we are ready to go to GSVR here in, well, very close to Cherokee, North Carolina. And we're pretty stoked because we've been trying to get to this truck in for about 10 years. And finally, we're going to get there and see the fellas, do some partying. All right, let's get it on. All right, looks like we found the place. And it's beautiful weather. We always bring beautiful weather.
Campground to the left, to the left.
Have you ever noticed we always bring beautiful weather?
You tell him, Joe. You tell him.
When we show up, the sun will be out. And sure enough, here it is.
Well, hello there.
Our Penny.
Howdy, howdy.
Good time this weekend.
Mother Hubbard.
Oh,
Thank you. I see the office. Hey, hey. Hey. Welcome. Thank you.
Well, now, here we are. Yes, we made it finally to the Flaming Arrow campground here in, where are we? Somewhere up in the mountains.
Near Cherokee.
Yeah, near Cherokee, North Carolina. Beautiful, beautiful campground here. We got Lightning situated here, as you can see. We got a nice spot, and looking forward to having a good time with our friends, our banner friends.
I'd love to have seen that,
Trying
Patty.
to get to this truck in, like I've been telling everybody for 10 years, and we finally made it. Normally we have a job this weekend. That's why we don't usually make it. Well, now we're all set up. Yes, sir. We're all set up here. Kohania's got everything going. Yeah. Oh, now it's time to get together with everybody and go party.
Welcome to Flaming Arrow. Okay. GSRV.
Yeah, this is a great campground. I mean, it was great. Jeff Hardison's van. I mean, you wanted to relax. That was the place to relax. And too bad we can't have it there no more. It really sucks. I'll tell you what, Randy, if I can get off my lazy ass, I might try to make that one. Hopefully I have room for me when I get there, because I don't know. Yeah, it is, Pat. That was a good place to relax. There's mine. Yeah, you're right, Pat. You're right. That's a good old-fashioned band it was about.
Another view of the beautiful campground here. There's a pavilion up there tonight where we'll be having the band and the moonshine tasting contest, and who knows what else might happen up there. Yeah, never know. This guy, how's it going?
Good.
Jeremy and
Tiffany.
Didn't I talk to you earlier today? Wasn't you all burned up? Wasn't your forehead all burned up? No, that wasn't you? Okay. That wasn't him.
You must have enjoyed your dinner. I only got Cheetos left.
Oh, how are the dogs?
Good.
Good dogs.
Good dogs.
All right, that's what we want to know.
Good dogs. Thank you.
And here we are. Oh, there you go, doggone. Nice. They got the chillins back there in the back playground, and no one's in the pool though. I don't know why. Okay, well, we're heading over for the potluck dinner tonight with all the banners. Looks like we're going to have a lot of food, that's for sure.
Everybody wave that way.
Hey, here we are.
Cheese. Okay, cheese and chopper.
Time to eat. Time to eat.
Yep, that's what that's all about, man. Need to bring more kids and more young people. Keep this thing going. One thing about the these van runs and stuff. It don't matter who you are. It don't matter your race, creed, national origin. It don't matter.
That's what you're looking for.
We don't look at that. We're all banners, man. We're all banners.
What you doing? You cutting, darling? You doing the shaving?
That'd be fine.
This is only a small piece here.
Damn crowd. Catfish. Catfish. How many catfish? Channel.
The band was Moonshine Creek, and I think it's appropriate. We have Moonshine in the back of the room. So, can you all give a big hand to Moonshine
Are we too loud on you guys? They said no, that's what we like to hear.
Hey, Jim.
Let me get our picture made.
Hey, Jim.
Pretty women. Let me get my picture made with y'all. Please.
Yeah, baby.
Blue lemon.
Here's to you.
Na zdrowie.
Give me a glass.
This was mine right here. I brought this one.
Dang, Patty, you know better than that. You gotta have your phone charged.
I'm Andy's brother, the guitar player.
Can you plug it in and charge it while you watch it?
There, you have to try all three.
Nice. We are tasting moonshine. Moonshine contest here at GSVR. And got pretty good contenders here.
Yeah.
Pretty good. And it's all different too. The three different tastes. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's Oop right there, man. He's the one who makes these videos. And I'll tell you what, they're good videos.
It's good to see more things feel back out on the
Hey, thanks, Thomas. Hell, as far as I know, I'll have another one next Wednesday, too. So, catch me then. Maybe then you can watch the whole thing. But have a good one, man. Yeah, you're right, man. These are good memories. Oh, oops, spoiled rotten, man.
I ain't none of that shit.
Yeah, that's a good deal, man. You gotta love that Cherokee. Let me find our other one. Get it queued. Cause no 15 minutes. I've got time. I'm sure. I hope. But yeah, Oop makes good videos, man. I love these videos, and I'm glad they came to GSVR when I came. That was cool. But let's go ahead and get into the next one. All right. Rock and roll. Yeah, I got the same problem with mine, tell you the truth. It don't take a whole lot to wear them out. Yeah, there's my fat ass. Man, I was hoping I could get that van back, but the guy sold it before I could get it back.
Save up to $500 a year compared to traditional services with YouTube TV.
Man, I hate those damn things. Sorry about that. Ronnie. You need to get you a van. Hell, it's fun, man. It's fun. Give it all these good people. Yeah, John, I don't know who did that, man. Yeah, it's pretty good camera work. These are good videos, my friend. Damn good videos. John, I'm glad you finally came, man. Glad you finally showed up, man. It was a good damn party, wasn't it? Fun show as usual. Going to try to find the sweet spot for my damn charger. I hear you, baby. Son's putting stuff on the grill. Yes, he needs a van. I have a great night sweets. Oh, you're talking to me. Oh, having a great night sweet. Yeah, baby, you too. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. Yeah, damn, this shit's been a whole lot of fun, damn near my entire life. I just love it. Love y'all. Hey, brother, love you too, man. Yeah, man, I love this shit ever since I was 15 years old. Man, there's some cool stuff out here, man. Hey, who else is dancing out there? Ain't just me, huh? Tell you what, he got some good jam going on these. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, man, that's some cool stuff. That's cool stuff. But yeah, y'all ever want to watch some of his videos, just go to JJ Lightning on YouTube. I'm going to be playing a few of these. I'm glad they let me do it. Because, man, these things are cool. These are some cool ass videos. And he's got a buttload of them. Man, he got a buttload of them. Well, boys, I done been on here almost an hour and 16 minutes. So I think I'm going to have to take off and, I don't know, go to bed, I guess. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I did. Man, I sit here jamming like hell. But yeah, I got to hit some more band shows and stuff, man. I can't keep sitting on my ass. You know what I mean? So hope y'all enjoyed it. I had a great time. I don't see nobody else commenting on me here. So I guess I had to go home. Like I say, y'all keep the thing going, man. I want to promote vanning as hard as I can, and get more interest. More people in interest. Get Ronnie to go buy him a van. Yeah, Ronnie, you need to buy you a van. It don't matter what it is. Just go get one. Hell, you can go with us to Cherokee this year. Because I'm definitely going. I gotta get on the horn and get my registration in. But man, it's hot in here. But I had a good time. I hope y'all did. If you didn't, sorry. Oh, thank you, sis. I bet I look real good on that big old screen TV of yours. You need to go get you one of those 100-inch screens. See what I look like then. I'd be scared of neighbors when they look through your windows. But yeah, I think this is a good show. I keep trying to improve it every day, trying to get it where it's more interesting, more fun to watch. I know you don't want to look at my ugly mug every day, but but it was fun. I like that. And I always got my regulars, got my Patty, got my Allen, got all them. I got my regulars, but I need more people, man. I need more people. Y'all share this thing. Share it far and wide. Get away and get some more people interested. Okay? And we got to get this thing going where at least I get 100 people on here. It's nice, 15, 20, but I want more. I'm a greedy son of a bitch. Okay? So y'all sleep tight. And think, what was his name? Who's that guy over in England? Thomas? Was it Thomas? Man, thanks for watching, man, all the way across the pond there. That's cool. I need more people from over there in Norway and all that. But I'm going to get out of here. All my viewers is leaving me. But y'all have a good one. Like I say, keep the shiny side up and the greasier side down. Okay? Don't do nothing I would do. If you do, make money at it. Okay? So I'm going to get on out of here. Hope y'all had fun. Hope y'all liked it. Like I said, if you didn't, sorry. But I'll see y'all later. Hope more than likely I'll be here next Wednesday, but I'm still thinking about changing the day and the time because that might be a problem for some people. And just got to find a good time to do this because I don't know if anybody's really want to stay up late on a Wednesday or not. But I'll let you know. I'll let you know what's going on. Okay? All right, I'm out of here. I'll see y'all later.